that. Trim your hair.
Oh, I'm like.
Let's say like, yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Shereen Show, where Boston badasses finally break out. We are here today discovering more ways to have freedom and fulfillment in your life. So with us today to give us a little education on the matter is Ashley. She is the owner and director of Ashley's Extensions. Totally cool chick, let me tell ya. To jump into it, because she's obviously created a lot of fulfillment and freedom in her life. So I want some juicy content from you, my darling. Give us a little idea of where it started for you to want to own your own business and kind of do your own thing.
Well, I've asked myself that question also, and I've pinpointed it to a moment where my mom gave me a really great book. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I was in second grade or third. I was 8 years old, and she gave it to me, and at the time I read every day, a book every day, and that was one book that I'm so glad she gave me. Basically, it's about freeing your mind to own your own business and pursue what you want to do, and just being financially free, free to live your life and free to love who you want and do what you want. And I was so impressionable at that age where it just totally changed my whole mindset for the rest of my life. And to sum the book up, what I got from it was, don't let other people stop you from pursuing what you want to do. If your gut's telling you to do it, go with it. And then also to not just work for the corporate ladder, like learn from working at the corporate ladder or working in other places, but try to own that corporate ladder. If you want freedom, don't work for it. Don't try to climb up the ladder. You need to own it. And after that, I was just like, well, I can't deal with this $20 a week allowance. Yeah, like screw that. I need to start making some money. I'm slacking. So right after that, I started, selling things, Pickle Co. I made about $50 a week as an 8 or 9-year-old kid, and selling murals, sewing, and hair. I mean, so many different businesses, and it's just really helped me a lot. But yeah, I was officially 13 when I started doing hair for money. I picked it up immediately. I maybe was playing around with it for 3 days before I realized I'm really good at hair. So I just started. Every day after class. Up till now, from then on through high school, I did hair every day. That's what I did.
So that is so interesting. So at the age of 8, your mom gave you a book that changed the way you thought about working for corporate as opposed to owning a corporation. And then you obviously hit the ground running, which is really impressive as such a young little babe. So at what point did you decide, okay, I've tried all these different businesses, and now hair is the one that I'm going to commit to and really make my thing?
I was 17, and you're gearing up for college, and you're like, okay, you've got to make a lot of really important life decisions. And I was like, what am I going to do? I like the idea of like talking with women and making them feel good, and I also want to be a psychiatrist too. So that whole counsel aspect really appealed to me. And I was like, I want to be my own boss. I want to have a fun job where I can, get to know people and get to be a part of their lives, part of who they are, and they can help me too. And I was just like, hair is the way to go. That's what I'm doing.
That is so cool. And that's actually something that's really been like a little director on my path as well, is figuring out all the different things I love and then finding something that encompasses them all. So you made your plan. Like you're 17, you were like, boom, this is the thing I'm going to do. I'm going to make my plan.
Yeah, I actually wrote it down. I was like, I mapped out all the way to 25, which is, I'm 25 now. I accomplished everything that I wanted to do. I did the cosmetology degree. I went to school, opened up my salon. I wanted to make 6 figures by the time I was 25. I'm doing that now.
That is so cool.
And have employees. So now I'm at the phase where I need to make my next plan.
Wondering, on this entire journey, were there any moments of truth for you where you just like had some clarity or were challenged and had to get through it?
I graduated from college, and when you're in school, you're still kind of like in babe mode. Like your parents are still there, you've got a lot of support. But when you're out of school, you're like, oh, I gotta be an adult. Like, no more summer vacation. Like, you gotta kick it in gear. So there was a point in my life where I really freaked out and I stressed out a lot of like, oh my gosh, I don't have student loans to fall back on. Like, what am I gonna do? You know? And it was really stressful for me. How am I gonna pay my rent? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that? And it was like overwhelming, and I was really freaking out. So a teacher of mine had given me a book called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, and it gives me chills, like how much it changed my life and my perspective more than you can't change the outside world. You can't change what's happening to you. If someone's being a brat to you or whatever, you can't change their behavior. You can change how you react to it. The stress was taking away my happiness, taking away my peace of mind, and I didn't like that. And I was like, I'm going to change my perspective and not let the stress take control of me. So what I did is I went all the way down to like, how bad can it be? And I went down peg after peg after peg, and at the end of it, I was in a forest somewhere with my family, hunting rabbits, like living off the land, squatting somewhere. And I was like, that's not that bad. I mean, we're homeless in the woods, but we're together eating rabbits, or if for the vegans, picking berries, like, it wasn't that bad, and once I let that fear go, the stress went away, and I noticed that, wow, I'm not stressing anymore. I have time to actually come up with ideas. So it freed me up to like think of plans. Like all these ideas came to me, and I was like, yes, I can do this, and that. I can grow my business. I can take my degree, because I have a degree in marketing. Take my degree and apply all that I've learned. And I started just hitting the streets, and just like, screw stress. I'm going to make this happen for myself and not let my own inner turmoil stop me.
Amazing. Okay, cool. That was a juicy moment of truth. Did you have any other little...
Yes. I've always heard, like, people are afraid of success and, fear keeps people back. I had never really personally felt that for myself until I signed my lease. It felt like a tidal wave of fear and dread as soon as I had the pen. And I was like, I can't let this stop me. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is what fear feels like. I felt almost paralyzed.
Wow.
And I was like, no. I'm not going to let this stop me. Yeah. I love it. I'm going to do it. Let's go for it. You know, and at the worst of the day, like the worst thing is that I just have to start working out of my van or something.
Right.
Going back to the Deepak Chakra mode. And so I signed it. I pressed on, and I'm so happy that I did, because everything so far has worked out great.
That is so exciting. I'm getting so much juicy content from this girl. I hope that you are too. And just to kind of leave for people who are watching, like if anyone's in their cubicle super miserable and not enjoying their job, or if someone maybe does have a good job, but they're kind of just feeling like this isn't really all that they wanted life to be for them, what advice do you have for those watchers?
The main thing is, if there's something that you want to do, don't let people who know you, who are close to you, stop you from doing that. Don't necessarily like quit your job or like move out of the country necessarily, but you can dabble in, if there's something that you like, if you like to paint on the side, get your confidence up. I think is more, get your comfortable level up. I mean, everybody has responsibility, but maybe you could start cooking for your friends, hosting parties for your friends, getting a reputation for yourself, and getting more used to doing it more often, and getting your comfort up. And then as you grow and expand, you're like, oh, this isn't this. I love this. A, B, this isn't that hard as I thought it was, and C, people are really receptive to me and my talent and my skill, and so then you can go from there and like kind of grow. With everything being so online and stuff, there's so many ways you can do things without having a lot of overhead.
That is so true. Ashley, you're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. But thank you seriously for coming in. Your story is full of juicy nuggets for anyone out there who's kind of, playing with this idea of owning a business or wanting something more creative and challenging in their lives. So I appreciate you so much for the content that you've delivered. It's really juicy. And for those of you who do have something that you might want to dabble in, like she's suggesting, or a way that you want to, have a little more creativity or a more entrepreneurial type of thing in your life, please do come to the New Year's Kickoff Workshop. We have a link at the bottom or underneath this video. There will be a link for you where you can register. And right now, up until the end of the year, there is a winter sale going on. So it's pretty much $97 to register. But if you put in the promo code winter sale, all capital letters, when you're registering, then it will be, boom, 50% off. So definitely click on the link. Come visit us there. Ashley will be there. She's a sponsor of the event. I will be there doing a little speaking, as well as we have a relationship expert and a personal success coach that's going to be there. So, best event ever. Kick off your new year. Get excited. And again,
kick off new year.
And don't forget to break your little badass out of your box. All right. And Shereen Show is out.